Welcome. We are going to show this 2024 Tacoma and unveil it today. But what I want to do is I want to give you a little bit of a background as to where we've come from to where we are today. Toyota started making 4x4 trucks in 1979. That truck was not called a Tacoma. It was a single cab, and it was 6-foot bed or a 7-foot bed, and also only in a 4-speed standard shift. In 1979, we sold all we could of that truck. And that's what's happening today. We're still selling the same all we can of this particular product. The Tacoma has always been a very highly sought after and highly recommended product. It sells, bar none, the most out of any product out there. And you'll see that in anything in the small truck lines. People that have owned Toyotas have come back and they've bought other Toyotas because they've been so happy with it. Where it come from? Basically in 1979 to 1995, they called it the Hilux Toyota truck 4-wheel drive. They went from that in 1995 to 2004, they changed and they called it the first generation Tacoma. And that Tacoma has always been a long time thing where they would not change too much. And they don't change it because it's been tried and true. So from 95 to 2004, that was the first generation of that truck. And it was basically very similar in mostly standard shift. 3.4 liter V6 they brought out partway through that time frame. And then they went from that to a second generation, which then they've changed the whole body style again. And from 2005 to 2015, they called it, guess what? Tacoma still. And the Tacoma in that product was now a 4-liter V6 engine. Trying to get a little more horsepower, get a little more towing, that kind of stuff. So they went from that to the 2015 and up to the 2022 model. And that model was a 3.5-liter engine. And then that model they changed and made a lot more safety features, so to speak. Toyota was one of the first ones in the truck lines to actually really build a truck that had safety features that protected people. So they added more airbags. They went with a lot of different things to make that truck more safer. So from that, they went to a generation 4, which is now called the Tacoma, and it is by far a lot more safety features than ever before. They've gone to a 2.4 liter turbocharged engine in it. Produces more power than that V6 engine that they had before. They went and they changed and they made the gearing 2 more gears. They went to an 8-speed instead of a 6-speed. Again, a lot more smoother to drive. They've gone to a coil spring rear suspension, similar to the Tundra. You're going to find it to be a lot more smoother and a nicer handling truck. So we are going to sell all we can of this truck, and you need to come down and see it. It is a wonderful product. We're going to unveil this truck and just let people see just how aggressive and how nice the changes have been. So Rohan will grab that. This is in the Blue Crush. What a gorgeous looking truck. And by all means, you need to come down and see it, and we will go through the truck thoroughly with you. It is part of what we call the legend of Toyota and the legend of Tacoma. The legend still continues. Thank you for listening.